Hello. How y'all doing this evening? Let me get this off of here. Oh goodness. I want to take it off. Okay, remove. How y'all doing this evening? I'm sitting figuring out how to work my little stuff here, all the different gadgets. Well, we are on episode number 3. We at season 11. Married to Medicine. What y'all think about the season so far? I think it's pretty good. We're getting they're gonna inches up. Then we're gonna climax, I guess, coming this coming Sunday. But I think it's been pretty good. Um, we're gonna go over a couple things. We'll talk about where everybody's at. It seems like what they're trying to do is mend fences and everything. So we're gonna start off with first thing we saw was Dr. Jackie, and she's with a patient, of course. And she go, "Hey Siri." And Siri said, "Huh?" Like, what? Oh my goodness. I said, "Oh, Miss Siri got a thing going on, honey." And I said my phone did it. But she's in there giving her patient a shot. Then we have Dr. Simone and CISO, and they're talking about their son's apartment and stuff. So scheduling a time to come over there and get things cleaned up. And then we have Sweet Tea and Dr. G. They're out there doing the yard. He look like he's gardening or something. And she's talking to him about testosterone. So he says he want to try out the testosterone. She tell him come chase the cat. I thought that was cute. So then we go over to Miss Quad. Miss Quad, you got it, I got it, Miss Quad, however it goes. She's in the house cooking, and King calls her, and she lets him know she's cooking, and come on in. You got the keys and the code to everything. And he's like, "No, I need you to come outside. I need your help." And so she's cooking breakfast and everything. So she goes outside and sees he pulls up with this white Rolls Royce. And he bought her a Rolls Royce for her birthday. I've seen certain places people were asking, "Oh, did he really buy that? Or do you think it was just for the show?" And even Sweet Tea even said that too, that it was just for the show. I don't like this. If you got it, you got it. So I don't know. If he bought it, she bought it, or whatever, she got one. And that's how I feel about it. Nice car. Then he tells her to check the trunk, and then he gets her some Louis Vuitton luggage. So I guess he was talking about her other luggage that she used when they went to, I don't know, I think Paris 3 times earlier this year. So I guess he caught her luggage busted or whatever. And so they got to talking about the party. And, they were so happy that the party was drama free. For the viewers, it would have been nice to have been a little drama. They said that Sweet Tea started to pull up on at the party, but Phaedra had told her to have some self-respect. Now, Sweet Tea ain't bring that up because, we ain't see it, but Dr. Heavenly said that. But on her live. But the party was nice, and they got he got a chance to meet her friends on the show. So then they go on to talk. Production asks Quad if she, I think being messy, if she would want to have a baby with King, because he comes out in the confessionals with her, make his appearance. He's fine. I think he's fine, dark-skinned man. And she's like, of course, baby, look at all this chocolate, this melanin, that, Hershey's ain't got nothing on us. And then they go in, flashes back to the scene with them in the kitchen talking, and she's talking about she has seen a doctor. I know I seen her post about going to a doctor about getting fibroids removed. So she had fibroids removed, and the doctor had told her that if she wants to get started, she need to get going, because Quiet's 43. Time is not on her side. She wants to have a baby, so they may even think about IVF. So that's it. Anything else? So she told him, since he got her that got her the Rolls Royce, that he'll get the special eggs. So he gonna be all up in the fallopian tubes, I guess. And then they even said, she talked about not having a baby with Dr. G. She said that was not a good a good environment. She didn't want to be with the man, so she would have a baby with him. So then we go on over to Toya and Eugene. So it's Toya and their son Avery. They go into Eugene's office, his private practice. He's doing like hormonal therapy and also the weight loss shots and all that. So they go over there and they start talking about puberty with their son, because he brought up, did their son know about the female hormone, or what the female hormone was? He said the vagina. I was almost with him for a minute. I said, oh, no, that's not it. So what I like about Eugene, that he seems to be, a hands-on dad. And he talks with his children and, explains stuff. I like that. I mean, I like Toya and Eugene as a couple. Eugene tries to be proper and Toya is more ratchet. So they got to talking about puberty, and Toya asked her son if he's had a wet dream yet. And I'm like, my son, he's 25. We never discussed the wet dream, but we discussed other things. And some things that he didn't know what, at the time, when I think he might have been elementary or something. I don't think 6th grade, maybe 5th, but we discussed some things and he didn't know what happened to him. But we haven't, but she wanted to know, had he had, pubic hair yet, or hair on his little balls and all that. And he's like, I can see him getting embarrassed. So Toya, she's the one that's, to embarrass the kids or whatever. And Eugene's like, I can't believe she's talking to him like this, because his mother, he can't imagine it. Like me, like with my children, we gonna talk about sex. We gonna talk about it in the technical terms, not any other way. Just, this is this and this and this. I don't need you thinking about me or whatever. No. Or whatever. No. I'm the mama and we gonna just talk about, the book terminology of it. So they also go on to discuss business. Aiden goes in the waiting room or wherever, and she wants to talk to him about maybe having someone do Botox there, and different things. And he's like, he's not trying to move too fast, and he wants to do what makes him happy. And he said, because he don't want to be overwhelmed. And I think maybe being that he's an ER doctor and everything he went through during COVID, that it was a bit much for him. So but she told him, I know you want to do what makes you happy, but basically you need to make money. So how did she say it exactly? The things, okay, I know you want to do the things that make you happy, but you also need to do the things that make you money or make us money, basically. But yeah, Toya, like Dr. Heavenly said, Toya has 2 master's degree, and she used to do. I think she worked in the pharmaceutical world. I know she was a teacher at one point, also too. So don't let us think that Toya's not bright, because we know she is. Plus she got her little wine business, so who knows? So I thought that was a real cute scene. So then we go over to Dr. Simone and Cecil. And where they go? They go down there to the boys' apartment and or condo or whatever it is. And they go in there. I promise to goodness, those were. Now I'm not gonna say I'm board of health clean every day, because I have a business I run in my house. So, but the area that the business is not being ran in, that's the living area, and we're gonna have that tip top shape. But those boys in that house, I don't know. They must be paying me rent, or some have to be going down, because you're gonna be here tearing up. Because just like if it was any other renter, because there are certain apartment complexes or whatever that does, inspection, and it was a mess. They drinking good over there. They got gym shoes everywhere. They had garbage everywhere. It looked a hot mess. And the thing about it was, I got to laugh because Dr. Simone and Cecil, they got out the car and they had on their Tyvek suits. I said, they going in there like they about to get out some asbestos or be dealing with bed bugs. I guess she figured, we don't know what's in here, because it looked a mess. And they said it smelled bad too. So they had already scheduled this appointment with the boys, and the boys were MIA. They wasn't there. So, they got to cleaning up and everything, and then they start talking about the party. And Dr. Simone said, how there's like a baby reveal, she said they did Quiet did a boyfriend reveal. And then, and Dr. Simone, she still felt salty about Quiet having a boyfriend for a whole year, and nobody knew about him. So I can understand Simone, Dr. Simone. I'm gonna say Simone. I'm not disrespecting her. I said Dr. a lot. So, but I can understand Simone's point of view with that. But I mean, because if we're friends for real, I'm gonna know you dealing or dating someone. I may not have met him, but I would have an idea of something. But those two weren't talking, but I'm pretty sure they was talking a little bit. But I think maybe that's the reason why Quiet wasn't really around it. But we see Quiet all over the internet hanging with Yandy and everybody else. So, those women, they're quite a bit older than Quiet also. So they talked about that. And Cecil was the voice of reason. He was like, look, y'all be doing all that investigation on people's mans and doing the 21 questions. Maybe she wasn't comfortable with bringing her around, So, they wanted to, he just let them know sometimes y'all go in a little bit much. So, he said, well, so maybe, it's hard to bring people around you guys. And, he was just trying to let her know, look, hey, give her a little slack, they bring it, around bringing somebody else new around the friend group, because a lot of times you guys can be a little bit invasive with all the questioning. So I understand Cecil's point of view with that also. So then we go from where Simone and Cecil. Oh, before we leave from them, Simone and Cecil, they cleans up the house and everything, and then they decide to leave a bill. They leave a bill and they confiscated the speaker. And I think the bill was for like $450, and they wrote it on some little raggedy piece of paper, what they were charging them. It'd been nice if they put a padlock on that door and made them boys come hunt them down to get in the house, because it looked a mess in there. I mean, I don't know. And I wonder what kind of women they bringing over there in that house look like that. It just looked a mess. I mean, a mess. I mean, you already don't have to pay rent, so I don't understand why you won't clean it up. I don't know. I wonder what kind of work those kids are doing, or if they're still in school. If how are they being set up for the future? Because they seem pretty spoiled, pretty spoiled. So we're gonna leave from Simone and Cecil. Look, I got to keep my notes, honey, because I don't watch so many other things. I don't want to be getting these other shows mixed up. Lord, I'm touching the keyboard. So then we go to, all right, yeah, I guess so. I want to get it out of order. But if I do, I'm getting you all the points that happen. So then we go. There is Contessa's at home, and Dr. Contessa's at home, and then we have Phaedra comes over, and then Sweet Tea. Now, Phaedra and Dr. Contessa, they're kind of talking about the interaction between Dr. Heavenly and Sweet Tea, and how things were left at the at the Whitnick. So Sweet Tea, she comes in. I got a video for y'all. She comes in, and I was reminded of what Dr. Heavenly said about Phaedra. Check this out right quick.
Phaedra compliments you on your outfit. You need to go home and change. You need to go home and change. Because she always, girl, look at you. Ooh, girl, you got that nasty rap dress, and it looks a mess. And you know, I'm not talking about the girl because she, you know, she gonna retaliate, but her body looked like a 67-year-old. You see what I'm saying? Like Quan got body, Toya got body, everybody got her body. Look, I'm not body shaming. I'm just saying that Phaedra need to be ashamed of her damn self for the shit she do. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's giving Walona.
And then it's psychedelic.
I love it. It is super. Look at these sleeves and everything.
Now, Phaedra, that compliment to Sweet Tea, was you really complimenting her, or were you gonna? Were you doing what Dr. Heavenly said? Because I kind of felt like that. So let's put up the picture of them. So they're at Dr. Contessa's house, and they're discussing Quad's party, and they discussed about Quad's new man, and Phaedra says how she's happy for her. You know, then Sweet Tea goes into her confessional and like, oh, I'm so glad she got a man, you know, and, you know, basically calling her a gold digger, you know, because I hope he got money. Well, I know he got to have money because that's what she's after. You know, I know everybody got to throw shade, but hey, tread lightly, Sweet Tweets, tread lightly. Because I just kind of feel like shots were fired last season when Sweet Tea had the women over for the hoedown, and Sweet Tea had said how she had to do a get rid of the demons out of the house. So she had to do, I don't know, light some sage or whatever she had to do to get rid of those demons out of the house, or spirits or whatever, referring to Quad. So I'm thinking once Quad probably seen the episodes air is when she began, because really they have nothing to be upset with each other about, because she came way after the divorce. It wasn't like she was the mistress. So, and Quad don't want him back. So I don't know what the issue could be. Other than it may be a little awkward. But, they brought Sweet Tea on the show, to give a little shock value, give us something to talk about and all that kind of stuff. So that was it. So while they're there, they're also talking about trying to get the women together and to have them, to put things out there and, bring it to light, hey, see if they can get everybody on the same page where they're not arguing and fighting anymore. Or, they can put all their issues out. So then they go ahead and they're planning a trip. So let me make sure I'm on the same. Yeah, they're going to plan a trip. And so they was trying to figure out what kind of trip to do. So they decided to do, because of what they said, Cowboy Carter and everything. So they decided to go to a dude ranch in Orlando. So, they, I guess they put together the box or whatever. So then our next scene is Dr. Heavenly and Zachary. I thought this was real cute. I'm going to go ahead and add this on here and let you see.
I'm used to people just doing what I say. If he wasn't my son, he might be getting a pink slip. Good. Close together for me.
I thought that was so cute because while they were in there, she kept telling them, Zachary, you gotta put your gloves on. Now, Zachary, you gotta wash your hands after you take your gloves off. And he kept saying, "Mommy this, mommy that." And then she also says, if you always have that one kid that's a little different. So I guess she's talking about he's a little different. But it was cute because and every time he called her mommy in there, she kept saying, Dr. Kimes, Zachary, Dr. Kimes. And he kept saying mommy. So, that was a real cute little scene right there. So then the next scene we come up on is Dr. Jackie. And she's there with a WNBA player named Ryan. And Ryan, she's in there with her partner and looks like their son. And Ryan's there because she wants to have a baby. And so she will eventually go through IVF. And but before getting all that done, she needs to have fibroid tumors removed. So, and Dr. Jackie was just advising her that, hey, as you're getting, wanting to have your IVF done, do not have all your eggs fertilized by the same donor. She's like, because you might not like them. And then the girl goes, well, because it could be some ugly babies. She's like, it could be. I didn't say that. She's like, are you trying to make basketball players? She was just trying to let them know, hey, you might, depends on how many children she has or want to have or whatever. You might use one donor and maybe another. You don't want to have them fertilizing every last one of your eggs. Okay. So then we're back. Okay, we're back with Simona Cecil, and she's at the bar, and she's being the bartender like her husband, and he comes in with the box, and she thinks he bought her something. So no, I guess it came in the mail. And so she opens the box, and the box is the invitation box for the trip that the women are going to have for the women's, Saddle Up Cowgirl. So, and it comes with things in the box. So then you have Dr. Heavenly and Alora also, and they get their box. You have Quad getting her box, and so does Toya, and then Dr. Jackie. They're all getting their invite box. So you have Cecil talking to her. Where are we at? Oh, so yeah, Cecil talking to Simone. They go back to them. They're in the area where the bar is. in their home. And he said, well, going on a trip right now, he said, it'd be good so you guys can, get everything out and then talk about the things you need to talk about. And she was saying that she owes Quad an apology for, what happened in New York, talking about at the reunion. But she don't owe her shit for what happened in that. And that's the apology that Quad is looking for. That's what she was told. And so Cecil was basically telling her, hey, a wise woman once said, the apology is for you, aka Dr. Jackie. And they both fell out laughing. So then we go over to Phaedra. Phaedra and Apollo are there. Apollo's there to pick up the boys because Phaedra's getting ready to go on the girls' trip. So then she asked him about him seeing Toya. And, he was like, yeah, Toya had asked him a couple questions. But, Apollo wasn't bothered by the question. Apollo there for the camera, honey. He there. So hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. That's my kid and my grandchildren. Okay, but so Apollo was telling her that Toya had asked about a couple different things. About what was in the blogs about him and his wife, and the cheating, and she wanted to know if basically if they was getting back together. And Toya was like, Toya says in the conversational that the confessional rather that they don't know nothing. Toya's been around, Quad's been around them for a year, and they don't know much about her. And it's just that people get upset when we tell her all our business and she don't tell none of hers. That's what she said. I don't know if she said on this or the new episode that's coming up. But anyways, so that was that. So he was picking up the kids, and like I said, it was Dylan and Aiden and Dylan, and the youngest one had on the shirt. The sleeves were stupid long, and they didn't look like they were. They was ready to go. You know how kids are when they get at a certain age. They ain't want to. They was just trying to leave. When thinking about trying to get in mama no hug or no kiss. They were like, wait, mom, we ain't doing all this for the camera. So the next thing we do, we're over to Sweet Tea. And Sweet Tea and her sister. Well, first Sweet Tea is making she's making him a milkshake or something. But what her sister is pregnant. So her sister had called her up and was asking, they were talking. And man, I didn't notice before. I can tell they were twins, but I didn't notice really that they were identical twins. Because looking at her in that, on the FaceTime, I'm like, God, they look just alike. She was even making, Sweet Tea's faces. I'm like, they look a lot alike. So, but her sister is pregnant. And so they were talking about the baby shower. So the baby shower that they would be doing, Sweet Tea had mentioned something about about having a Coming to America baby shower. And so then Greg comes in, and Greg speaks to her sister, and he talks about in the confessional. He said, basically whatever, if she had to eat crickets or whatever, Sweet Tea would do it to try to get pregnant. And he knows it's a little hard on Sweet Tea. You know, her sister's pregnant. You know, I felt, you know, I felt that Sweet Tea, you know, no matter how people may feel about her, but I don't wish her to have to go through that. You know, not, you know, you want to have a baby and possibly can't. And I'm not saying that she just can't, but we don't know. But she's having a time at it. You know, she just thought it was going to be easier for her. Let me see if I can find the right video. So her and Greg is talking. And Greg first mentioned, because he had the little smoothies, mentioned about, what did he say? He said, let me get it right. He said that, my God. He said, I can't even think right. Hold on.
Like that soon.
He has said that for her to go get not saucer, but the, you know, the little coasters to put on there, because I guess because they're doing the smoothies. I had a complete brain fart. But they were talking, and they were talking about children, and she asked him about his timeline with having children, you know. And he basically said, you know, I know he's probably thinking about his age, but he said he was willing to, you know, his cutoff time would be 2 years. And this is Sweet Tea right here. Let's see if I can get it right. You know, she's sad.
Cut off.
Oh my God.
Like that soon. Cut off.
And I'm like, you know, she's a young woman, and she, you know, obviously, you know, she told him she can, you know, got in his DMs with an emoji and told him that she can give him what he wants. And it's not happening for her. It's like she planned. Now, I'm a woman who I've been pregnant 6 times, and I only successfully carried 2. And I never really thought about it in terms of like Sweet Tea, because I got pregnant when I was 20. And right after I had gotten out of the military, I was only in there 2 years, honey, couldn't stand it. But, you know, it went for me. But no sooner I get out, Lord have mercy, here we go. But I was in love. That's the reason why I got out. Me comparing myself to other women who's had problems having children, because I have a cousin that situation, but she couldn't have babies at all. But with me, I got pregnant at 20, and I didn't get another baby until I was I got pregnant again when I was 26. And but I miscarried. And I was really shocked, you know. I'm like, God, why you made me go through all this? And that was some terrible pain. Oh, because my daughter, my friends all coached me on what to do. Go and get the epidural. I got the epidural, and then I ended up having to get a cesarean because all the complications I ended up having. But so when she was 6, I got pregnant. No, she was 6, I think. Yeah. Look, I'm almost forgetting. No, she was 5, going to go on 6, but I got pregnant. And, you know, me and my husband was excited because, you know, I wasn't trying, but it happened. So, but I miscarried at probably no sooner than I found out I was. So then I got pregnant. After I miscarried, I got pregnant 3 months later. Okay. So I guess, you know, my son is my rainbow baby. He's 25. And Then after him, I got pregnant when he was about a year old, miscarried. Then I got pregnant again, like the year after that. And each time it's because they messed up my birth control. I don't check the mail, and I used to do construction, and so they had changed how we get our prescriptions filled. We had to do mail order. What? Long I got pregnant. So no sooner than I had you go in there and they tell you you're pregnant, I went about go home, and I miscarried. So then but the way my miscarriage worked, I just go into full-blown labor. I never had to get a DNC or anything. So so that's how many is that? That's 5 pregnancies. My son gets 14, and I decide I'm about to try to lose some weight. And what happened? I'm 42. I thought I was going through the change. I said, oh no. I didn't even realize it. But as soon as it was confirmed, literally, when I got it confirmed, because I thought I was going through the change, and then my breast started hurting, because I never had morning sickness before with any other pregnancy, but I didn't recognize it at the time. I felt sick, and I was telling my friends, because it was like my birthday, and we're all hanging out because our birthdays are together. And it was like, bitch, you pregnant. I'm like, girl, get out of here. I did all that clean eating and lost some weight. What? Got pregnant. So I can sympathize with Sweet Tea, because if it would have been I had 4 miscarriages first, I probably would have been devastated trying to have children. And, but the way it kind of hit those, the 3 after my son was born, I'm not going to say I didn't want them, but I really didn't want other kids. So I thought the Lord was blessing me. I mean, I could have had 3, but, the Lord didn't see fit or whatever for me to have 3. So, because I wouldn't have had more than 3. That would have been the end of that. But so I understand, kind of understand Sweet Tea's struggle, and she wants to conceive, but she also had mentioned about she's still having pains dealing with the endometriosis, and she's going to a pelvic doctor. So, but she's sad because he told her 2 years, but then he felt bad about it. He felt bad because, it feel like she's being pressured, and he said he wished she wouldn't have said it. To me, that was the realest moment there on in that episode. Other than I like the cute part where Dr. Heavenly and her son, and then Toya and Dr. Eugene and their son. I thought those were all cute moments, whatever. But this was a real moment, because you see somebody dealing with something, and your heart just goes out to her. No matter how you may feel about her. I hate to see anybody go through that. So then we end up back with Dr. Jackie and Phaedra, and they're FaceTiming each other, and they're talking about the girls' trip. And then we have Sweet Tea. She's trying on different cowgirl outfits. Dr. G is getting turned on, looking at her little hot young body. So then you have Dr. Contessa and her daughters. Lord, please don't let Dr. Contessa wear any of them clothes that she's picking out for her kids. Hopefully it just was playing dress up with a mannequin. It was a cute little moment, but Dr. Contessa, please don't. So then we have Dr. Heavenly and we have Toya. And hold on one second. My mom's calling me. See, this is why I usually do my lives at night. I mean, like at 11 or 12, because nobody called me or nobody comes over to the house. All right. So then we're with Toya, and Toya and Dr. Eugene are together, and she done went and bought all these pants, and then she's in there trying to, cut the pants off, and he was telling her how to, maybe cut them up here, and she's like, oh, them gonna be coochie cutters. Whatever. So then we see Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone. They're FaceTiming each other, and they're talking about Phaedra being messy. Did she come over? She either came over or called Dr. Heavenly and was asking her about Dr. Contessa and basically trying to see where they were. And, Dr. Heavenly thought, I thought we was cool. Why she asked me about her? Then she started changing her voice and, getting a little hype. And Dr. Simone's like, hey, don't do it to me, But I don't know why Contessa is back still brewing over the beef that her and Dr. Heavenly had. What, 3 seasons ago? 2 seasons ago? I mean, because Dr. Contessa, you put your business out there. And Dr. Heavenly didn't say nothing more than you said. And basically, like Dr. Heavenly said, if you looked at the video, she was taking up for her, but I guess she didn't like how Dr. Heavenly was talking about her husband and everything else, But I thought, if I'm not mistaken, was she contemplating divorce? Because I know she wanted to do some things, and he didn't want her to do whatever. What she want to go to school or something in another state? She wanted to do something, and me and his hair is not getting it. She wanted to do something, and I don't know, career-wise, and he wasn't seeing it. So I guess the things that she told Dr. Heavenly, because they were good friends, and I guess most of the people got upset about Dr. Heavenly's YouTube, which I watch every Monday. Whenever she goes live, I'm watching it because it's entertaining. But she got upset about it, and because I remember that one time they tried to have a what was that? Oh my God, intervention about her YouTube. But Dr. Contessa, now you just was at Dr. Heavenly's like brunch for her birthday. So come on now. Stop with this, get past it or whatever, move past it. It wasn't, I don't think she was being very malicious towards you. And her advice to her this time, she said, don't tell your business. If you plan on being with him, because Dr. Heavenly don't tell hers, honey. She said, y'all tell y'all business and I could talk about it. She said she ain't telling hers because she said her marriage is not for sale. So then, the next thing we see, before that, Dr. Heavenly was basically saying to that she the only bitch apologizing, and like her apologies don't mean nothing. And she don't understand that, like she keep apologizing and why, about this Contessa or whatever. So next thing we see is the women at the airport, and they're all getting ready they're going to the dude ranch, and everyone's going, which is nice. And so then they all get into the separate vehicles once they get down to Orlando. So you have Dr. Jackie, Quad, Toya, and Dr. Heavenly. They're all in the same vehicle. Then you have the rest in the other. So in that vehicle, they're all in there, they're talking, and then they decide to do a prayer. And they praying over this trip. It look like the trip gonna be off the hook, So my thoughts on this episode, it was pretty good, just kind of, I'm not gonna say like a filler, but it's kind of give you a little background on some things. I appreciated what Sweet Tea showed. Because that can be easy, going through that, with those real emotions, wanting to be pregnant, and knowing that that's what her husband wants, a kid. And basically he did say, how bad do we want a kid? Because, he's thinking about, it doesn't have to be natural, their own children. They don't have to be, genetically their kids that, maybe they could adopt if they wanted to. And if it's not working, far as you trying to conceive on your own, maybe, she should do IVF, if she wants that. But, for him to put that timeline on her. But I think Dr. G is definitely in his late 50s. And he's probably not wanting to be wheelchaired into the dang on kindergarten graduation. I don't know, because that's the way I was feeling at 42. I'm like, oh Lord. So I couldn't fathom myself being pregnant at 42. I'm like, oh Jesus. My son was 14 and my son was 14. How old was my daughter? He was older than 14. No, I'm trying to get the math right. I'm lying. I just turned 42 and he would have been, I think, turning 15 his birthday. And my children are 6 years apart. So that would have made my daughter like 21. And I said, oh God, I'm officially going to be ghetto. I'm going to have, because my daughter had already had kids. So, Lord have mercy. I don't want to talk about that, but I was upset. But I said, oh, I'm going to have grandkids older than my own kid. Oh my God, I'm gonna be so ghetto, because I told my friend that when it happened to her, but she miscarried also, but no. But I don't know. I thought it was a good episode. I can't wait till this Sunday's episode, because I like that's going to be really good. Something to review about, give a good review on. And also we learned in watching some of the excerpts from the show, Dr. Jackie was a virgin until she got married to her husband. I'm like thinking, you mean first husband? Or you talk about Curtis? Dr. Jackie. You mean you were a 40-year-old virgin? Or almost 40? Because you only been married like 21 years. More power to you, honey. More power to you. I mean, honey, she's saintly. Sweet Tea should have never told her, fuck you. Never. That's Mary over there. But that's what she said in her confessional. So I hope she was joking. But I mean, I just can't imagine she was a gynecologist talking to women about sex. He never had it. I don't know. But the episode is going to be pretty good, because they're going to all talk about their first time. Of course, Dr. Heavenly first time was with her husband. And Toya told her, you need to work on telling the truth. So, yeah, this episode was pretty good. And a lot of stuff's going to go down. I can't wait. So thank you guys for your time. Y'all have a blessed evening. And if you haven't got a chance, you get a chance to see it on the rewatch. Watch it on the rewatch. Give me a comment. Like and subscribe, please. Tell me what you want to see more of. I think I'm going to try to do, I think I'm going to wait because I was doing Love and Marriage, but God, I got so much stuff going on because I have to help my dad in the evenings and Potomac. But I think I'm going to wait and do like one end of the season thing and, and review the whole from the season and do each individual person, which will probably work out best for me. I've been watching them. I've been taking my little notes, but it's a lot. I swear to goodness, I'm about to start curling my hair. I've been just older natural since this summer, honey. I ain't did really too much nothing to these dreads, but get them interlocked a couple times and Nothing else. Every once in a while, I braid them up, gets a little crinkly, but I got to do something because this is getting on my nerves. But that's it. So, what do you think about Sweet Tea calling? Look, I'm trying to get rid of the second little chin that's getting on my nerves. About Sweet Tea calling Quad a gold digger. And what do you think about Quad's man manning around and buying all those nice gifts? Because he had that nice Louis Vuitton bag, and she had some rocks, and they ain't show us what's in there. Maybe she had to hurry up and go upstairs and thank him so much for that. I want to say Bentley, but it's a Rolls Royce. But so let me know. Let's chat in the comments, and thank you for watching my video. Y'all have a great week, and I'll be back with you hopefully before next Thursday. See, because here in Indiana, it is so cold today. I started not to even do it today. So I'm in my house, and I got on a sweater and a sweatshirt. I'm cold. So y'all have a great evening. Good night.